Hi friends, I'm going to talk to you today about our Turbo Chef, and it really is an amazing little product. Our Turbo Chef is essentially a food processor but without power. So whatever you want to chop up, whether it's just diced a little bit or really down to liquid, then this is your friend in the kitchen. So you'll notice that it does come with 3 very sharp blades, and it has a blade cover on there to protect your fingers when it's not in use. So when I'm ready to use this, I'm just going to remove the cover off my blades. I'm going to pop that in there, and then I'm going to put my quartered onion in here, or a couple of cloves of garlic, maybe some basil leaves or any fresh herbs at all. I might have some nuts that need chopping up, or ginger. It doesn't matter what it is. I pop it into here, and I pop this cover on, and I give it a little twist and lock it into place. I can then just pop it onto the bench and very, very easily chop it like this. And it does 188 knife strokes in 10 seconds, so it really is so much faster than I could ever do with a knife. And of course, with things like onion, I don't have to worry about tears because it's all in there. Really great for on the go if you do have little ones and you're thinking, what am I going to be able to feed them? Being able to take it with you as well, and being able to feed them whatever you're purchasing or whatever you're having for dinner if you're out, and pop it in here and chop it up. When my kids were little, I would throw some vegetables in here that were already chopped, some carrots and broccoli, whatever that might be, and give it a zhuzh, that's a technical word for it, and I knew that it was going to be perfectly blitzed up, ready to go for them. When my kids were little, they were quite fussy eaters. They'll eat anything now, but of course, little kids sometimes don't like certain vegetables. And I always wanted to try and get extra nutrients into them. So I would blitz up a zucchini down to pulp, complete liquid, and put it into everything, into my pasta sauce, into any casseroles or anything at all. And they didn't even know that they were going to get it. So it's a really great way to hide vegetables from fussy eaters. So if you've chopped up everything in here, and you're not going to need it all today, so you might only use half the chopped up onion or half of the herbs, or you're saving the herbs for later, or you've made a dip in here. So say for instance, I put some fresh basil, some cashews, and a drizzle of olive oil, and I give it a nice little zhuzh. I've got my beautiful pesto in there, ready for when friends come over later to have with some bickies and a glass of wine. Now I'm not ready to eat it now, so I take this cover off and I pop my blade out, and I can pop the seal on and put it into the fridge, and it's airtight and liquid tight, and it's good for me to be able to use afterwards. So our Turbo Chef really is an amazing little product. What you really want to remember with this is that you don't want to get the string wet. So either just wipe this out when you're cleaning, and every second or third use, what I recommend that you do is that you grab, I'm just going to grab a teaspoon even, and you pop a little teaspoon into this little gap right here. And when you do that, you pop these 2 parts apart, and then you'll notice that you can clean in here. So it's really important that you just wipe this one out, which is where the string is housed, so it doesn't get too wet. If it does get wet, what you want to do is you want to make sure that it dries thoroughly before you use it. So you can pop this all the way out, this string all the way out. You'll notice on this little handle, there's like a little T-bar, and there's a little hole here as well. So you can pop that into there and just hang it on your tap, or hang it on a drawer handle or a cupboard handle. And once it's all dry, it's good to go, and you can pop that straight back in and then click that back together. It's just a matter of finding the 2 spots that you opened it earlier, click it back together, and you're good to go. The rest of it is dishwasher safe, but I recommend just hand washing it, but definitely don't put that part into the dishwasher with the string. So it doesn't matter what you're wanting to chop, and whether you want to, if you just want to chop something really fine, really chunky, then just a couple of pulls of the string. If you want it really fine, just keep going. So you might want some chunky carrot for a vegetable soup, but you might want a puree carrot for something to be hidden. Just depends on how many times you pull the string when the blade's in there. Depends on how fine and chopped it's going to be. So I love using it for things like my herbs, ginger, garlic, anything like that. And it really is surprising how much can fit in there. Whenever I pop it away, I just always put the cover back on my blade, so it's nice and safe if any little fingers get open the cupboard and find it. So must in absolutely every kitchen. And also one of those products that we are famous for, Tupperware, everybody knows, our little chopper. So this is our Turbo Chef. See you soon. Bye.